Hi, everyone. This scared dog was left alone in a vet clinic for 3 days. The poor dog had been abandoned, and nobody wanted to adopt him. That was until the sweet receptionist took matters into her own hands. This and more on today's episode of our show. This is a true story. A few years ago, a dog was brought to the vet clinic by an animal control officer. He was very scared and wouldn't come out of his cage. The dog had been found wandering the streets, and when the animal control officer tried to approach him, he ran away. The officer had no choice but to use a net to catch him. Once he was in the clinic, the dog refused to eat or drink anything. He just kept crying. It broke the heart of the receptionist. She felt so bad for this dog that she took him home with her. When the receptionist arrived home, she opened the front door and let the dog inside. She didn't know what to expect, but she was prepared. She had some food and water ready for him. At first, the dog was hesitant, but eventually he started to eat and drink. The receptionist was so happy that he was finally getting some nourishment. The next morning, the receptionist went to work again. She could untake the dog with her because her boss had explicitly told her not to bring any animals into the house. So she left him in the company of her 2 cats. She came back home after work, and the dog was very happy to see her. They played fetch, and the dog was soon a lot happier than he had been before. Over the next few weeks, the receptionist took the dog on walks, and gradually he became more and more socialized. He was still a bit shy around new people, but he was making progress. The receptionist named him Buddy. She loved him very much, and he loved her back. They were the best of friends. One day, the receptionist was walking Buddy in the park when she saw a family approaching. The family stopped to pet Buddy, and they fell in love with him. They asked the receptionist if they could adopt him, and she said yes. She was so happy to find a good home for him. The family took Buddy home, and he lived happily ever after. If you liked this story, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. In a previous episode, we shared the story of a woman who adopted a stray dog. The dog gave birth to puppies shortly after being adopted. The woman named the puppies after Disney princesses. One of the puppies, Princess Diana, had a difficult start in life. She was the smallest of the litter and didn't seem to want to eat or drink. But with the help of the woman and her mother, Princess Diana made a full recovery and grew into a beautiful dog. The woman named her mother and all of the other dogs in the house after famous female figures. She wanted to set an example for her daughter and show her that women can be strong and independent. The woman also had a message for other people. She wanted them to know that they should never give up on adopting a rescue dog. Rescue dogs are just as loving and loyal as any other dog, and they need homes, too. The story of Princess Diana and the other dogs in the woman's house is a reminder of that. Another story we shared was about a dog who was abandoned by his owner. The owner, a young girl, had to move in with her grandmother after her parents got divorced. She wasn't allowed to bring her dog, Max, with her because the grandmother didn't like dogs. The girl left Max with her parents, but they were too busy to take care of him properly. Max ended up spending most of his time alone in the backyard. One day, a woman named Maria saw Max while she was walking her own dog. She was shocked to see how skinny and dirty he was. Maria decided to take matters into her own hands. She started bringing Max food and water every day, and she even bought him a new collar and leash. Max was very grateful for Maria's kindness. He followed her everywhere she went, and he never left her side. Maria eventually adopted Max, and he lived happily ever after. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed these stories, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more heartwarming content. See you in the next video.